How to process a client from beginning to end. First, enter the program, put the password, and click continue. Then find the contact that you want. You can click find if you know the name, or you can list all the contacts and click full list here. Click all in case that you don't see all your contacts, and you can select the contact, you can sort, etc., or do a find contacts, which you can do from here, from the list, or you can do it also from here, find. There are other ways to find contacts, etc. You can have them saved in the jump group, etc. But basically you will find it or go to it. And so now I selected this one, test, of course. Once you have the data, especially click here in this task manager button to show the user defined field, and in the number 10 here you're gonna have the social security and here you're gonna have the date of birth. Okay, so once you have this data, which is important for the letters, you're gonna click here in the gavel button or icon, go here, then if you don't have any disputes, it's gonna open automatically in extract disputes, as you can see here. Then you select the creative report that you use, for example 123 ID score, and then you put the name, the username, and the password as appropriate. Correct? And now you're gonna click import automatically, and you're gonna receive these. You're gonna click on disputes. Do not click on all. This is an option that is only used by a few companies, but you shouldn't do it normally. So click disputes and current, no. So basically enter and wait a little bit, few seconds, maybe a minute. That depends how long is the credit report that it has to be extracted. Now the program shows all the extracted disputes or derogatory items. In this case 41, you can see it up here. Okay, now you have two options to print. You can print them all, in which case you need to create groups to print them all, or you can check, you can mark in this column. You can see the tooltip. This check mark can be used to select manually the disputes you want to print. So if you select these disputes any way you like, as a matter of fact, it will be possible even to click at the top here instead of creating the groups. To create the groups, you will click here to create groups if you intend to send all of them. But if you want to use this technique, which actually is kind of somehow easier, you can select by hand, or if you want to select them all, in that case you will click at the top and you will mark the ones selected. In this case the selected ones are all. So if you mark them all, it's the same because you are marking them all, and the advantage is that you did it without creating the groups, which is a little bit complex for some people. The groups will be here and they will be created when you click this button. But doing this, you don't need to do anything because the groups will be created automatically. So again, you can mark them all or you can mark some. Okay, so in this case, we can also have an automatic printing of an envelope if we want. In order to do that, if that is what we want, we can click with Shift this button and select Print. In this case, a paper insert for a Windows double window number 10 envelope will be created automatically. And you know that it's on because it has this red mark. Okay, now you would click on Print Disputes, you will click Printer. Okay, and now in this selection, instead of selecting current, well, current will be possible, it will be the yellow one only. That would mean current, the current derogatory item, or selected. In this case, selected would be all, but they won't be grouped because you don't have the groups. So they won't be groups. In other words, each letter will be sent in a different letter. Probably is not what you want. But instead, do mark, which would do the groups automatically. So I'm clicking mark, and you're gonna have this new pop-up that is popping up on my other monitor. And in this particular case, I'm gonna move as soon as I can. I'm gonna move the printing. Okay, so this one, it was in the other monitor. So as you can see, it is collated. This one is for Equifax with all the disputes that belong to Equifax. Then this one is for Experian, and this one is for TransUnion. As you can see, it creates the paper envelope insert as well. Okay, so of course, if you have chosen less derogatory items, well, you would have had less here. Okay, but everything is completely automated. You may see only part of it in this video, but be sure, let me put it in smaller here, that it is correct. Okay, but in this in the video, in the area, you're gonna see less in this video, completely unrelated. And now all the status are in progress because those are the ones to indicate that they were printed. Next time, in 30 days, you have the follow-up date. So in 30 days, which is here, so in 30 days, when you extract again, so you will go again to extract disputes and extract again, automatically all the ones in progress will be changed to the correct status. So for example, if they were deleted, it will put deleted. If they were not changed, it will say no change, and a new dispute will be created automatically, and a new copy, a new duplicate will be created, and with a different letter and or a different reason. All that will be created automatically. So essentially the process is just to click extract disputes and click again import. Okay, note that right now, since this is a test, cannot extract. I could emulate the whole thing, and I can do it. For example, if I want to, one thing that I could do in order to kind of prove my point would be to replace, let's say that for whatever reason this is incorrect, completely incorrect. Okay, so no problem. I'm going to click replace and select to do. In this case, I'm changing all of them to do, and I'm gonna reduce the round indicator, which is this one, the green one, the I here. I strongly recommend that you hover the mouse on every button, even though you may not need all those buttons all the time, but it would be great if you know how they work. So now I'm going to pretend literally that only a few were printed. So I'm gonna select this one, and I'm gonna select this one, and I'm gonna select this one, a little bit at random. So this is to indicate that only these 4 were printed. So I'm fooling the system a little bit in order for me to be able to extract and show you how it would work a second round. Of course, in this case, there is nothing deleted, but I'm going to extract again, and I'm gonna click to extract again. Disputes only, remember that. And it says extract and display comparison view, so yes. So that's exactly what we want to do. And so once they are being extracted, you can see that these ones say no change, and a new have been duplicated, a new dispute. Let's see on this one. Okay, so this is a charge off that we can see. There is a charge off here. It was changed to no change. A new one, which are the ones marked. This mark is red when you import, so you can have an easy way to know which ones have been are new essentially for this round, so to speak. So we're representing here a second round, and so you can see that there is no change, then a duplicate created, identical, but with a different letter. So this is would be the round B, or round 2. This one would have been 2 if it wasn't that this one wasn't 1. Okay, because I deleted, so I fooled the system. But if this one would be 1, as it was before, this one was going to be 2. And now you will print them essentially by printing the ones you want again, or all of them. That depends, right? So you can clear this excess if that would be the case. I hope that I'm not confusing anyone, but I could clear all the excess, and if I want, I can by the way, this is a special thing that you can use to special sort that you can use to have the no change and then second rounds together. So we just click on account. Anyway, so I can mark these ones, the ones to do that I wanted to do, or if we are in the process of doing all the ones to do, you can mark them all, and that will be fine. You can mark them all, and only the ones to do will be printed. The ones with no change or in progress or duplicated, those won't be printed. Okay, so that's the way. Now, if you want to print documents must be in PDF form, and the way to do it is like this. You will click the Documents folder, or tab actually, sorry, here. You will click the Documents tab here. You will click the Add button here. Okay, you can put in a label here if you want, or the label will be assigned automatically. and doing it automatically. Once we have the line, the row, the new document space, so to speak, and notice that it's checked, meaning that I want it to be printed. When I click on this one, this icon, I'm going to import. I'm able to import, so I'm gonna do it here, and I can choose, for example, remember that I have to be a PDF here, so I have to say no, not I have, but it's a recommendation to click no to avoid cluttering the database with documents that will be in the object here. So I would say no, otherwise it will be also here. So it's going to be kind of a duplication, which is unnecessary. So here we have the path, and as you can see, the name was selected automatically, and also the date. And then this checkbox should be also, or must be, also checked like this in order for these documents to print. But only, you can have unlimited documents, but only the ones with marked on this column will be printed when you print. So in other words, it will be collated, okay? So again, if you don't want to print anything, you just simply uncheck this one and nothing will be printed. I'm talking about documents, of course. But if you have several documents and you want to print only one or two, those need to be checked, and this one must be checked to indicate. So this you can see this check mark as an on and off switch, the big one, that allows the rest to be printed or not. So that's it. They will be collated as appropriate in the groups, etc., adding to the envelope and adding to the letters themselves. The documents that you have selected must be in PDF form. So be sure, try not to print documents in color, only because it's going to be too expensive to print documents in color. So try to do it in black and white, but it's obviously up to you. And that is the essence of printing the documents. Now related, even though not the purpose of these, but related, if you want to edit a template, it will be possible to go to the template manager. You can go to the template manager from the top where it says scripts to Control 2, or simply clicking here. Or in particular, if let's say that we have this one selected, the one selected is in yellow. So if you click on the eye icon, you can view this template or edit the template. If you want to edit, the program will take you to the template manager. Up here you can see to the correct template, and you can modify it. In this particular case, this template, you see, it has these curly brackets because it has a system to do a spinner system. So in other words, that is going to choose a random options, like this one will select this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. So this is an advanced feature. Probably you don't want to edit the templates in your first day. Okay, and here we have the merge fields that you can have here. So you can select and insert those merge fields, from context fields to agent fields to company fields to creditor fields to bureau fields to dispute fields or extra fields. So definitely this is a very, very thorough software, in the sense, that it has every option that you can imagine, but of course it's not trivial. So, do baby steps and learn little by little. That is my advice. And as always, hover your mouse on the different buttons here on the main screen, or anywhere for that matter, so you know what is that the different buttons do, and then you will be proficient in the software very, very soon. So thank you.